Good morning, dear students. So now already we completed two chapters, that is arithmetic progression and pair of linear equation in two variables. Okay, from pair of linear equation, the find the roots by using cross multiplication method is related. Also, substitution method is also related, but that is useful in other chapters. And apart from that, area related to circle chapters is related at present, okay, and real numbers, and also from part 2 polynomial chapter is related, and from triangle lesson 3 theorems are related, and from circle chapter 2 theorems are related, and finding the roots by using squaring the method, that is also related by completing the square. Okay. So now in this class we are going to learn about coordinate geometry. Okay, we learned about finding the graphs and points. For example, if we consider the axis, so we are representing this as the x axis and this as x dash x, and this as y axis, and this one dash x. Now we know that the points in the x axis are positive and the points in the x dash axis are negative, minus, and points in the y axis are having the sign plus, and points on the y axis are having the sign negative. And while representing, so we are calling this as first quadrant, this as second quadrant, and this as third, and the last one as fourth quadrant. We have to go anti-clockwise. Second, third, fourth. In first quadrant or in any quadrant, to represent the points, we are using x and y points. So now x and y quadrant. So we have to write that in bracket, open bracket, and after that we have to close that. And while representing first term, we have to represent x axis. So x, then second as y. First term as x and second term as y we have to represent. So just imagine what are the signs present in each of the quadrant. What are the signs present in the first quadrant? What are the signs present in the second quadrant, third and fourth? See here, to represent x axis is positive. Then y axis, we have to consider. Y axis also we will have positive sign. Therefore, the coordinate points in the first quadrant are positive. That's why are positive. And when we consider the second quadrant, first term we have to represent x axis only. So here x is negative. So that's why we consider x dash axis. Then comma, then y axis again positive. So that's in the second quadrant x value is negative and the y value is positive. Then we will go for the third quadrant. In third quadrant, first term x, so x value is negative here, then y value is negative. That means in the third quadrant both the coordinate points are negative, and in the first quadrant both the coordinate points are positive. In the second one, x axis negative, y axis positive. Now comment me what will be the coordinates in the y dash axis, fourth quadrant. So either it is plus plus or minus minus or plus minus or minus plus. In the fourth quadrant, plus minus is the answer given by Lakshmi and Bhumika. Any other answers? Kavya, Basuraj, Shaish, Manjunath gave plus minus. So first we have to consider x axis positive, comma, y axis negative. So these are about the quadrant. Now to represent the points, if for example I consider the point which is present in the first quadrant, that is 3 comma 5. 3 comma 5. Now to mark the point in the graph, first thing we have to consider this as x coordinate and this as y coordinate. So therefore x value is 3 here and y value is 5. So to mark the point, first we have to choose the origin. So origin, points in the origin are 0 comma 0. So first x axis 1, 2, 3. So now we reach up to this. Then we have to go for y value. Y value is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So we have round of that and give 3 comma 5. So some imaginary graph. So that means first we have to consider x axis, then we have to consider y axis. Now for example, another point is given which is present which is having minus 3 comma 7. Now comment me which this point, that is minus 3 comma 7, present in which coordinate? Which quadrant? Minus 3 comma 7. Minus 3 comma 7 present in which quadrant? And similarly, I will give another number, that is plus minus 1 comma 3. First comment me minus 3 comma 7 present in which quadrant?
Minus 3 comma 7 is present in some give second quadrant, some give third quadrant.
First one we have to see the sign and the term. X axis, first one is x axis, it is having minus. Second one is y axis, point, and then is plus. Minus plus. So therefore minus 3 comma 7 present in first one. Now about second one, minus 1 comma 3. So this is also in first one, second one. Sorry. Minus 1. So x axis is negative and plus 3. So therefore this is also present in second one. Minus 5 comma minus 2 present in which quadrant? Minus 5 comma minus. Comment me fast.
Minus 5 comma minus 2 present in which quadrant? So Mustabeen, Ayman, Prajwal, Sinchana, Vishal give the answer as third quadrant.
As here x and y both are negative, so therefore it is present in third quadrant. 0 comma 5 present on dash. 0 comma 5 present on dash. So this is the first quadrant, it is having plus, and second quadrant this is having minus, and in the third quadrant minus, in the fourth quadrant plus minus. Now my question is 0 comma 5. The coordinates 0 comma 5 present in which quadrant or present on dash. So anything you can answer. So comment me fast.
The point 0 comma 5 present on dash. Y axis is the given answer given by Rihan, Vinay Kumar, SM Hiremat, Mrityunjaya.
0 comma 5. So first 0, that is origin, and from origin you have to go 5 means upper side. So therefore it is present on y axis. And now 3 comma 0 present on dash. 3 comma 0 present on dash. Comment me fast. 3 comma 0. Here x value is 3, y value is 0. X value is 3. From origin we have to move from x 3, y value is 0. That means it will present here only. So therefore 3 comma 0 present on x axis. If x axis is 0, then it is present on the y axis. If y axis is 0, then it is present on the x axis. And the points in the origin or points of the origin are 0, 0. So this will help in the further problems. Now in this exercise we have to find out the distance between the points. They will give the coordinate points and we have to find out the distance between. So to find out the distance between them, we have a particular formula. So that is exercise 1. I consider as exercise 1. So to find out the distance, for example, if this is one graph, then if I consider one point, I will represent x1 comma y, x1 comma y. And I will consider here another point. So this is point A. Point A is x1 comma y1, and point B I will consider it is having x2 comma y. Now I have to find out what is the distance between these 2 points. What is the distance? So what is the distance between it? If we join these 2 lines, what will be the distance? To find out the distance between the coordinate points, we have one formula. That is distance equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. So this is the formula to find out the distance between any 2 points. Okay, so to find out the distance between any 2 points, what we have to consider? The formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So here these are the 2 points. A is x1 comma y1 and B is x2 comma y. To find out the distance between these 2 points, we have to use this formula. Just look at this formula. To find out distance, the formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now I will solve problems by using this distance formula. That is, find the distance between the following pairs of points. First way, that is find the distance. And first problem is 2 comma 3 and 4 comma 1. 2 comma 3 and 4 comma 1. So while solving this, so you have to remember the formula, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Another point you have to remember is you have to put the sign factor, because it's having square root of x2 minus x1. If for example x1 value is negative, what we will do? For example, I will give one problem that is and minus 2 comma 1. So then you will directly write here 2. Minus is present, you will write 2. But that is wrong. You have to consider the sign also. Therefore, you have to concentrate on sign also. Otherwise, you will get the wrong answer. I will consider these 2 points. This is point A and B. The distance formula equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Then you have to take a pencil and you have to write lightly here. This is x1 value, this is y1 value, and this is x2 value, and this is y2 value. So for the first point you have to consider x1 y1, and for the second point you have to consider x2 y2. Now we will solve this. Square root x2 means second, x value 4 minus x1 value is 2 here whole square plus y2 value is 1 minus y1 value is 3 whole square. Just look at the substitution.
How to consider the coordinate points? For the first one you have to give the name x1 comma y1, and for the second point you have to give the name x2 comma y2, and then you have to write the formula, that is square root of
x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now it becomes square root of 4 minus 2, it is 2 square plus 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3. Again they are having different sign. That we have to subtract. 3 minus 1, 2. And sign of minus 1 is minus 4. Okay, 4 minus 2 is 2 whole square. 1 minus 3 is minus 2 whole square. Then that is equal to square root of 2 square is 4 plus negative raised to even power. Therefore, it will give positive answer only. Minus square is plus, then 2 square is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8, or we can represent that as 2 root 2 units. 2 root, because when 2 goes outside, inside this whole side becomes 2 square. 2 square is 4, 4 to the 8. Square root of 8 is 2 into square root units. Because here square root of 8, that is equals to square root of 4 into 2. And square root of 4 into 2 means square root of 4 into square root of 2. And square root of 4 means it is 2 into 2. And for that unit you have to write as units. Okay, for the answer you have to write the units. Just look at the steps.
If you understood this, just click on the like button.
Then I solve the problem. Minus 5 comma 7, and the second point is minus 1 comma minus 5 comma 7, and second point is minus 1 comma 3. So I will write the formula. Distance formula, that is equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now we have to substitute the values. Square root. So we will name this point as x1 comma y1 and the second point as x2 comma y. Now we will substitute. x2 means it is minus 1. Minus 1 minus x1 value. So just before going to substitute the value of x1 or y1, first put the negative sign. Then x1 value is minus 5. Minus 5. So we open two brackets, therefore we will close this and then we will put the square plus y2 value is 3 minus, then y1 value is how much? 7. Just look at the substitution and find out the answer first. Substitute the answer and comment me the answer first.
What is the distance between the 2 points, that is minus 5, 7 and minus 1, 3? So someone asked, if we put only root 8, then it is no problem. You can put. Okay, you can write only root 8 units. That is also correct.
So square root of, first we will simplify this because two brackets are present. Therefore, first we will simplify this. Minus 1, then minus into minus, it is plus, then 5, then whole square. That is minus 1 plus 5 whole square plus 3 minus 7. Signs are different, therefore we have to subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4 and sign of highest one is minus whole square. And that is equal to square root of minus 1 plus 5. Signs are different, therefore we have to subtract. 5 minus 1, 4 and sign of highest one is plus minus 4 square. So it becomes square root of 4 square is 16 plus minus raised to even power. So minus raised to even power, it gives plus 1. Then 4 square is 16. That is equal to square root of 16 plus 16, 30. Okay. So you can end up with this or you can simplify further. So it becomes 30 square root of 32 units. Or you can write square root of 32 can be written as square root of 16 into 16 to the 30. And it becomes square root of 16 into square root of 2. And square root of 16 means it is 4 into root 2 units. So you can write square root of 32 units or you can write 4 root 2 units. 4 root 2. In some problems we have to go for the further steps, otherwise we can end with this. Let me just look at the steps.
Everyone understood this problem? Just comment me. Now I'll solve another problem, that is A comma B and another one is minus A comma minus A comma B and second point is minus A comma minus. These are the 2 points and now we have to find out the distance between these 2 points. Distance formula. That is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square.
We will give the name it as x1 comma y1 and this as x2 comma y. We will substitute the values. X2 value, first one is x2. X2 is minus x1 value. X1 value is 8. False. Then y2 value is minus 3 minus y1 value is 3. False. Then it becomes minus a, both are having same sign, therefore we have to add. Then minus b, both are having same sign, therefore we have to add and solve the further steps and comment the answer. So to know what we learned, first thing we have to comment it first. We have to name the points as x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, and then we have to write the formula correctly, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Then we have to substitute, and by seeing the sign we have to add or subtract, and finally we have to square the term and we have to write the unit as SI unit as units.
Comment me the answer.
Minus a, both are having same sign, therefore I have to add minus 2a whole square plus minus b, both are having same sign, therefore I will add minus 2b whole square. Okay, your answer. Then next step. So minus raised to even power, therefore it gives plus. Then 2 square is 4 a square plus minus raised to even power, therefore it is plus. Then 2 square is 4, then b square. Now I can remove here 4 common, 4 as a common term. So it becomes 4 into a square plus b square. I will close the bracket. Then it becomes 4. When 4 comes out from the square root sign, it becomes 2. 2 into square root of a square plus b square units. 2 into square root of a square plus b square unit. Just look at the answer. The next one, find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 50. Find the distance between the points 0, 0 and 36, 50. 36, 50. Can you now find the distance between the 2 points A and B distance in section 7.2? So in that page also you will get the same points. They give on graph, and in that the points are 0, 0 and 36, 50. Okay, the both the first question and the second question in that main are same. Therefore, I will solve only one. So the points are 0, 0 and 36, 15. Now we have to find out what is the distance between these 2 points. To find out distance between the 2 points, we have to use the distance formula. Distance formula, or you can write, if you name this point as A and this point as B, then you can consider distance between A, B, or distance between the points A, comma B. That is equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. We will name this point as x1 y1 and this point as x2 y. Now substitute the answer, substitute the points. You have to do the work fast and you have to comment the answer. x2 value is 36 minus x1 value is 0 whole square plus y2 value is 15 minus y1 value is 0 whole square. So that is equals to 36 minus 0 is 36 square and 15 minus 0 is 15 square. And 36 square is 1296. 1296. You have to multiply 36 with that. 36 into 36, it gives 1296 and 15 square is 225. And when we add these two, it will give the answer as 1521. 1521 and square root of 1521 is 39 degrees. 39 degrees. Okay, 36 square, you have to multiply 2 times. 36 into 36, it gives 1296 and 15 square is 225. If the question is asked for 1 or 2 marks, then you can end up with this. Okay, you can write square root of 1521 units. Or if you know the answer, that is by using division method or factorization method. If you want to solve, you can solve and you can write the answer as 39 units. We just look at the answer.
Square root of 1521. So Kavya and Lingraj, 1521 is the wrong answer. Square root of 1521 is the right answer.
The next one. So one graph is given. In a classroom, 4 friends are seated at the points A, B, C and D as shown in the figure. One figure is given. That is figure 7.8 in your textbook. Champa and Chameli walk into the class and after observing for a few minutes, Champa asked Chameli, "Don't you think ABCD is a square?" Chameli disagrees using distance formula. Find which of them is correct. And the points are, okay, one graph is given. For example, plus 4, then plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 2. So for example, this is y axis and this is x axis. If one point is given, for example, I will consider this as one point and I will consider this as another point. Similarly, 4 points are given in the diagram and they not give the value. We have to, by using the diagram we have to find the points. Just look at the graph in your textbook. That is diagram 7.2, figure 7.2. So then, see here, first thing we have to write the x-axis value. Then second one we have to write as the y-axis. So from origin it will travel 1 unit. Therefore the points are 1 and y-axis 2. Therefore the first point is 1, 1. And in the second point, the coordinates are 3 here, and on the y-axis also it is 3. So by this method, you have to find the coordinate points in that figure. Okay. So first we have to write the x-axis value, and then we have to consider the y-axis value. And from that figure, we will get the coordinate points as point A is 3, 4 and point B is 6, 7, point C is 9, 4 and point D is 6, 1. So these are the 4 points. By using that graph, we will find that. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the give that is one square. Now we have to find out the given figure is square or not by using the distance formula. So this is very important problem. So based on same method, we have to solve many problems. So we consider 4 points A, B, C, D. A is having the coordinate points as 3, 4. B is having the coordinate points as 6, 7. C is having the coordinate points as 9, 4 and D is having the coordinate points as 6, 1. Now we have to find out the distance for AB, similarly BC, similarly CD and similarly for DE. Okay. Now we will consider distance between A. Distance between A. So I will write the formula here, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now I consider point A and B. Therefore I will write the points as x1, y1 and x2, y. Okay, this values or this coordinates you have to represent as x1, y1 and x2, y2 by using the pencil. Now I will substitute the values. x2 is 6 minus x1 is 3 whole square plus y2 is 7 minus y1 is 4. Now comment with the answer first. So if you have the values, that is square root of 6 minus 3 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square. Now comment with the answer. So it gives square root of 6 minus 3 is, they are in different side, that's why I have to subtract. 6 minus 3 is 4 square plus 7 minus 4, it is 3. Oh sorry, 6 minus 3 is 3 square plus 3 square. Then 3 square is 9 plus 3 square is 9. So it is reduced, square root of 9 plus 9, it is 18. Square root of 18 units. Now we got the distance between point A. Now I will find out the distance between point BC. So now first step I did, that is the distance between point AB. Now I will find out distance between BC. I will write the formula, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now in the first problem, we consider x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That is under square root sign. In the second distance formula, we consider square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. We have only x1, y1, x2, y2 as points A and B. But here we have to find out point B and C. So therefore, now we have to consider the first one we considered B and second one as C. Therefore, for point B we consider x1 comma y1 and for the point C we consider x2 comma y1. Now again we have to do the same steps. We have to substitute the values and we have to find out the answer. I will substitute the values. You have to comment with the answer first. Okay. x2 is 9 minus x1 is 6 whole plus y2 is 4 minus y1 is 7 whole. Now do the next step and comment with the answer.
It is square root of 9 minus 6 whole square plus 4 minus 7 whole square. Sinchana, Vinay Kumar, Vishal, Vinay Kumar give the answer as square root of 18. Any other answers?
Alright. 9 minus 6 it is 3 square plus 4 minus 7. They are different sign, that's what subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3 and then sign of I is it becomes minus 3 square. Then 3 square is 9 plus minus raised to given power, it gives plus only, then 3 square is 9. Therefore it becomes 9 plus 9 is 18 units. Don't write this units in the square root sign, okay? It is apart from square root sign. Therefore, we got the distance between point AB as 18 units and distance between point BC as 18 units. Now we will find the next one. Distance between AB over BC over, now I will find out C. Distance between C. And the formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So now I consider the first point as C. Therefore, for C I consider x1 comma y1 and second point I consider as D. Therefore, for the second point I consider as x2 comma y. Now I will substitute x2 is 6 minus x1 is 9 whole square plus y2 is 1 minus y1 is 4 whole square. So we got comment with answer square root of 6 minus 9 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square. So when after simplification the value becomes dash.
CD equals to square root of 18 is given by Pramod Katti.
Six minus 9. There are different signs, therefore I have to subtract 9 minus 6 is 3 and sign of I is minus whole square plus 1 minus 4. Different sign, therefore subtract 4 minus 1 is 3 and sign of I term is minus 4. Then square root. Minus raised to even power, it gives plus, then 3 square is 9 plus minus raised to even power it gives plus this one is 9. So 9 plus 9 it is 8 units. Let's look at the steps for saving.
Yes, Anusha, Ramesh, Mutaira gave the answer as square root of 18. In front of the answer, you have to write units.
The next one. AB, BC and CD were. Now next point is DA. Distance between D. So if you consider DA or AD, it will give the same answer. Only the negative sign will differ, but when we square that, it will give the same answer. But you have to mark the points correctly. Okay, x1 comma alpha and x2 comma y. The formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the distance formula. Now we have to substitute the values. x2 value. So I consider this as x1 comma y1 because I consider D as the first point. Therefore I consider x1 comma y1. And A as the second point, therefore I consider x2 comma y. So square root of x2 value is 3 minus x1 value 6 whole square plus y2 value is 4 minus y1 value is 1. So we got the step as square root of 3 minus 6 whole square plus 4 minus 1 whole square. Now solve that and comment with the answer.
D is to square root of 18 unit. Hiremat and Lakshmi gave the answer as square root of 18. Mustabeen, Vijay, Jarina, then Rahul, Pramod gave the answer as square root of 18.
I'll check this. Square root of 3 minus 6. Signs are different. Therefore, I have to subtract 6 minus 3 is 3 and sign of 5 is minus also. Plus 4 minus 1 is 3 is 1. Minus raised to even term it is plus and 3 square is 9 plus 3 square is 9. It becomes 9 plus 9 is 18 units. Just look at this step. So now, in this problem we got the answer as for the distance between AB as square root of 18 units and BC as square root of 18 units and CD as square root of 18 units and DA as square root of 18 units. So then we got all the values are equal. That means all the sides. They gave one figure and the points, and they told to us find whether the figure will use a square or not. So we know the properties of square. If we consider this as one square, A, B, C, D. Now we found the values A, B, C, C, D and D, and all there that are equals to square root of 80. And when all the sides are equal, this is square root of 18, square root of 18, square root of 18, square root of 18. Now in this case, that Champa told that figure will give a square shape, and we have all the sides are equal. Therefore, we can easily tell the Champa gave the correct answer. But apart from that, in the further problems, we have to go for another criteria. So if all the sides are equal, then we can't tell if it is a square. So in this problem, we can directly tell it is a square because Champa already gave a comment. It is a square. So therefore, we stop after this. Okay, this problem is over. Now I am telling about the next further problems. In further problems, they gave certain points, 4 points, and they asked us to find out these 4 points constitutes which kind of figure. These 4 points constitute which kind of figure. For example, if we give same these points, then we can't tell this is a square. So here all the sides are equal. For all the values are equal, all the distance between the each pair of points are equal. But we can't tell the given points constitute a square. Because in square all the sides are equal. Similarly in rhombus all the sides are equal. The problem comes here. So in square all the sides are equal, and similarly in the rhombus all the sides are equal. But we have to remember one thing. In square the diagonals are equal, and in rhombus the diagonals are different. In square the diagonals are equal, and in rhombus the diagonals are different. So therefore, if they gave these 4 points and they asked us to find out this 4 point constitute which figure, then first step we have to find out the distance between AB, then we have to find out the distance between BC, then CD and DE. After that, if we get all the points as equal, then what we have to do is we have to find out the diagonal value. So diagonal means here AC is one diagonal. What we have to find out now? AC. And similarly we have to find out BD. BD. If these two values, that means if these two diagonals are equal, then the given point constitute a square. If the diagonal values are different, for example, one gives square root of 32 units, another gives square root of 16 units, then the diagonals are different, therefore the given point constitute a rhombus. Similarly, another type, that is if 4 points are given and we have to find out it constitutes which figure. And when we calculate the distance between the points, that is A, B, B, C, C, and D, if we get 2 values are equal. For example, I will consider one as 18 unit, another as, for example, I will consider 17 units or 12 units. So for example, and then I will consider CD as 18 units and DA as square root of 12 units. AB equals to 18 units, BC equals to 12 units, CD equals to 18 units and DA equals to 12 units. So these are the 4 values we want. Now tell me these 4 points constitute which figure?
So you have all the figures in front of you. For example, square, rectangle, rhombus, then
parallelogram and general coordinate. General coordinate. So which category suits for this one? 2 sides are equal. So that means in which case 2 sides are equal? That means opposite sides are equal here. One is in rectangle, another one is in parallelogram. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal. and in similarly in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. And in that case again we have to find out the diagonals, that is AC and BD we have to find. We have to find out the diagonal values. And now in diagonals, if the diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. If the diagonals are different, then it is a parallelogram. So therefore, if all the four sides are equal, then that point constitute either square or it constitute a rhombus. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to find out the diagonal values or distance between the diagonal points. And if the diagonal values are equal, then that 4 point constitute a square. If the diagonal values are different and all the sides are equal, then that points constitute a rhombus. These are the 2 points. Then in the next point, if opposite sides are equal or if 2 sides are equal and another 2 sides are equal, then what we have to do is we have to again find out the diagonals. And in that case, if 2 sides are equal and diagonals are equal, then we have to categorize that 4 points constitute a rectangle. If diagonals are different in that case and 2 sides are equal and 2 pairs of sides are equal, then we have to consider that as a parallel. And in another case, one value is square root of 18, another value is square root of 12, another value is square root of 32, another value is square root of 9. Then no need to find out the diagonals values. No need to find out the diagonals values. Tell me which kind of figure it will constitute. Okay, so we have to categorize this into general quadrilateral. Okay, we have to give that name general quadrilateral. If all the sides are different, then no need to calculate the diagonal values, and we have to give the name. The given points constitute a general quadrilateral. If the 4 sides are equal and diagonals are equal, then the 4 points constitute a square. If the 4 points are equal or 4 distance or 4 sides are equal and diagonals are different, then it is a rhombus. If 2 pairs of sides are equal and diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. If 2 pairs of sides are equal and diagonals are different, then it is a rhombus. Okay, this is about the finding the figures by using the coordinate points. Now, I will solve another problem. Check whether 5, minus 2, 6, 4 and 7, minus 2 are the vertices of isosceles triangle or not. The points are, I will write A 5, minus 2, then B values 6, 4, A values 5, minus 2, B values 6, 4 and C values 7, minus 2. 7, minus 2. This is the value of C, that is 7, minus 2. Now check whether these points are the vertices of isosceles triangle or not. So we have 3 categories of triangles by using the sides. One is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. In equilateral triangle, all the 3 sides are equal. And in a scalar triangle, all the sides are different. And in isosceles triangle, the 2 sides are equal. So now in this case, we have to find out whether these 3 points constitute an isosceles triangle or not. So that means we have to get 2 values equal and another we can get different answer. Now we will check. First one, distance between A B, and the formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. The x2 points are x1, this is x1 comma y1, and this is x2 comma y. Now we will substitute this. x2 is 6 minus x1 is 5 whole square plus y2 value is 4 minus y1 value is minus, I will put one bracket here because two signs then goes. So now we have 6 minus 5 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square. Now simplify this and comment with answer.
So if you understood up to now, just click on the like button.
It becomes 6 minus 5 is 1 square plus 4 minus into minus plus 2 square. So it becomes square root of 1 square is 1 plus 4 plus 2 6 square, and 6 square is 36. That is equal to square root of 37 is square root of 37 minutes. Now we got the value of A. So next one we find out the value of B, or distance between B's. Distance between B's. So what we have to do? We have to consider the coordinate points of B as x1 comma y1, and coordinate points of C as x2 comma y. So point B as x1 comma y1 and point C as x2 comma y. I'll write the distance formula. It is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now I will substitute the value. So x2 value is 7 minus x1 value is 6 whole square plus y2 value is minus 2 minus y1 value is 4 whole square. So comment with the answer first. Square root of 7 minus 6 whole square plus minus 2 minus 4 whole square.
Lakshmi gave this answer as square root of 37 and Rakesh gave square root of 37. Any other answers?
Square root of 7 minus 1, 7 minus 6, it is 1 square plus minus 2 minus 2. Both are at the same sign, that's why we have to add along the same sign, that is minus 6 square. Then it becomes square root of 1 square is 1 plus minus square. Minus square is minus next to even power, that is plus 6 square is 36, and that gives square root of 36 plus 1, it is 37 minutes. Just look at the answer. Yes, many are giving the correct answer. Now already I got the two sides as equal, but I can't tell the points are the points runs to the isosceles line, because if I get the third side as equal, then it will give equilateral triangle. That's why I want to find that distance also. Distance distance between AB over BC over then C. So first I consider C, therefore I consider these 2 points as x1 comma y1, and for the points A I will consider x2 comma y. Now I will write the formula, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now I will substitute the values. So x2 is 5 minus x1 is 7 whole square plus y2 is minus 2 minus y1 is minus 2 whole square. Now solve this and comment me first. Square root of 5 minus 1 whole square plus minus 2 minus of minus 2 whole square. First, five minus 7 sign are different, therefore subtract and sign of 5 is done. That is minus 2 square plus minus into minus plus 2 square. It becomes square root of minus sp1, that is plus, then 2 square is 4 plus minus 2 plus 2 is 0 square. It becomes 0. Therefore, we use square root of 4 and square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2. Just look at this step.
C is 2. That is the answer given by Hiremut.
Therefore, AB equals to how much? AB equals to square root of 37 units and BC equals to square root of 37 units and CA equals to 2 units. So, here two sides are equal, therefore the given point constitutes the isosceles triangle. Therefore, the given point constitutes the isosceles triangle. Just look at the steps. At last, we have to write the statement.
Therefore, the given points 5 comma minus 2, 6 comma 4 and 7 comma minus 2 constitute the isosceles triangle. Thank you everyone.